All right, what's good, people? It's your boy Pete from PFM Fit here. Another day, another gym vlog. We are here in the Swoley Church of Iron. We survived a hurricane today on the east coast of North America. A lot of trees down, a lot of rain, a lot of debris flying everywhere. A lot of power lines have been damaged. We even lost power today, but fortunately, we're running on generator fumes right now, so we still got the lights on. And even if we didn't, I'd probably be in here hitting this workout anyways with a flashlight or a candle or something stupid. So, because what else are you going to do? You know, there's no Wi-Fi, there wouldn't have been power. What else are you going to do? You may as well hit. You may as well work out. But anyways. Ooh. Take a nice big swig of the pre-workout. I just finished my warm-up for the workout today. It was just a pressing warm-up, pretty typical. Added in a little tweak that I might make a video on if I change the warm-up routine a little bit. But for right now, we'll save that for later. We are dumbbell mill pressing today. Today is basically shoulder day / a little bit of chest, a little bit of abs, and maybe a little bit of neck work, I believe. I just finished warming up, like I said. I got 70-pound dumbbells here. We completed the 65-pound 3 sets of 10. We got 10 for 3 sets. So then you add 5 pounds. And now we're going to try and get at least 6 reps per set with the 70s. But to be fair, in peak bulk season, my max on dumbbell mill press is 75s for 10. Although I've watched that video a few times and they're not the cleanest reps. So, you know, we're going to try and see what we can do with the 70-pounders here and hopefully get 6 clean reps and try not to do any ugly ones past that. So maybe we'll just keep the rep range low today. But honestly, if we can crank out 8 or 10, not likely, but maybe, if we can, we'll do it. But anyways, I am going to sleeve up here. I'm going to throw on the elbow sleeves and the wrist wrappings. We get nice and secured here, people. Nice and firm. Yeah, what do we got on the menu today, you might be wondering? Well, we got dumbbell mill press, followed by dumbbell bench press, followed by cable rear delt work, and some dumbbell side and front delt work. Then we're going to finish with abs and neck. And I haven't quite figured out how I want to organize those sets in terms of, you know, making some supersets or doing things individually or breaking them up a little bit. But we'll figure that part out once we get through the first main couple of lifts, which is this and dumbbell bench. So let me get my breath right here. Let's go. Let's get locked into the command chair. Yeah, buddy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got more. Okay, I got more. 7. Let's get one more. 8, baby. All right. A little surprising, but I'll take it. I was expecting to barely get 6 because the warm-ups are feeling a little heavy, but, well, so I love these Brian Shaw elbow sleeves, the Evolution Athletics elbow sleeves. Oh, like, I swear to God, these things will add 10 pounds, if not 15 to 20 pounds, to any lift you use them on. Well, mostly pressing. I'm not going to say it'll make your back work stronger. It might actually make it harder to lock out on your back, but the compression these sleeves allow in the hole, let's say, of the press is just ridiculous. And I don't know. I can't get enough of them. But sometimes you got to train raw. So I try not to always rely on the sleeves. But when you're going this heavy, especially trying out some new weights or some heavy weights you haven't touched in a while, it's always good to have the extra support. So yeah, I'm gonna probably cut from there and show you guys the next 2 sets of this once I'm recovered and ready to hit that next set. And then we'll probably just do 1 set of whatever we got for the rest of the workout. But I kind of want to document these mill press sets to see, I don't know, just see how the form looks really, set by set as the fatigue kicks in, especially if I'm able to hit, 8 reps for 3 sets potentially. Or I wonder if, I start losing reps on the next few sets. But I'm going to give myself about, 3, 5, 8 minutes, however long it takes me to go run to the bathroom, pet my dogs for a few minutes. It's the beauty of the home gym. But yeah, we'll be back in a sec, people. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Set 2. Come on. We got another 8. We got another 8. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. Come on. 7. One more. Yeah. All right. Form got a little dodgy on the last rep there. So it's like a 7.5 or 7.5 rep. But either way, it's not like we're progressing from this weight next week anyways, because we're nowhere near hitting a 3x10. So obviously we're sticking with the 70s for a week or two until we can do a successful 3x10 with good form and feel like we have a couple reps in the tank, where we could do like a 3x12 if we wanted to. But yeah, I don't know. This is like a weird new training phase for me in a way, because I'm doing all the exercises that I really enjoy. My favorite presses, my favorite accessories. I've figured out a good split for everything except for how I'm going to get my legs trained so far while playing sports. But other than that, it's like the new part is the fact that I'm consistently working with the same weights and trying to overload those weights, but with a little bit of knowledgeable intent, not just, oh, I'm going to come into the gym today. How much did I lift last week? Okay, let's do 5 more pounds than that, or let's try and do a few more reps, or let's just 1 rep max and see what we got, see if we got stronger. Like, I pretty much did that for 2 years, the first 2 years of this home gym, and now year 3, since that's kind of stopped working for me, and also I can't really PR while I'm in the summer cut season, like in the way that I want to. Yeah, I could say, oh, I lifted this much weight at this body weight, but it's just not as satisfying as the lifetime PRs of, 285-pound bench, 295, oh my God, 315, imagine, But either way, point is, I'm actually sticking with this 3x10 or 3x6 to 10, and the goal is you do a weight that you can do 3 sets of 10 on. Then the next week you add 5 pounds, and let's say that 5-pound jump now means you can only do 3 sets of 8, or 3 sets of 6. You keep using that same weight until you get the 3x10. Then you jump 5 more pounds, and you might only be able to do 6 reps. But then you work it up again and get 10 reps and add 5 more pounds. And for whatever reason, this is working really well for me. So basically to the point where every 2 or 3 weeks I can add weight and increase those reps and get strong enough that I can add weight. And it's making me stick with it. And I'm kind of just I know it won't last forever because I eventually have to switch to a different rep scheme here. But it feels like I'm on a trajectory to go from just horsing around random weight to, oh wow, like if I could stick with a program like this for like a few months or so, like, and if the progress keeps coming, like I'll be doing 3x10s on my max. You know, obviously it won't be that good, I'm sure, because eventually it'll dry up. But I don't know. It's just it's actually like one of the first programs. You know, like I tried like the 5x5, 5-3-1. You know, some crazy ones like an 8x8 and 8x2 and all these like more powerlifter type schemes. But during the summer cut here, I kind of learned a lot from some bodybuilders, and I learned how bodybuilders progressive overload. And I'm kind of thinking I just want to be a really strong bodybuilder, low key. Like powerlifting's cool, and 1 rep maxing is awesome. But at the same time, if I can do like 3x10s, get a ton of volume in, and get really stronger at 3x10s, to the point where like I'm repping out what used to be maxes for me, then I've gotten stronger for sure. And two, I've also built an immense amount of like visible muscle because you're looking more leaner in those with those like freaking high rep sets rather than just building like big dense muscle with like, you know, six rep or less sets, you know, like five reps or less. But it doesn't mean I don't still want to, you know, do some heavier set work on my main compound lifts like this or a bench press or, you know, squats and RDLs or anything. I definitely do. But it's just interesting that I'm actually able to stick with this 3x10 scheme, 3x6 to 10, because it's just working really well. So I'm actually really motivated to stick with it until it doesn't work. But I actually have a plan for it. The plan is basically once I start bulking, once the winter arrives and the summer heat goes away and I can start not sweating all day and all night, and I can just start packing on some food, eat an extra meal, no problem. We'll gain, you know, 10, 15, 20 pounds maybe. The goal then is to turn the 3x6 to 10. I feel like this could work if I lower the reps by 2. We just go to a 3x4 to 8. So, because think about the difference between what I could potentially 6 to 10 rep max on bench press currently versus what I could only do 4 to 8 reps on. Like, I feel like if we do it that way and then try and turn a 4 rep max into an 8 rep max, or, you know, like, you know, you get the point of the progression scheme. I feel like I feel like if I follow that kind of scheme, but with a little more of a heavier twist on it than the 3x10, I might make some crazy strength gains while also still having the ability to like hit reps, you know? But I don't know. I mean, I'm very much not good at the progressive overload aspect of the gym. I'm just a stupid caveman gym bro who just likes to come in and try and lift heavier and go harder than the day before, you know? Like Greg Doucette said, harder than last time, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. You know, the workouts just get longer. You just add more sets. You add more weight or more reps or more accessories and try and train more days a week and fit more things in. But eventually that just becomes counterproductive and you just end up burning out. So then you realize how little can I do to get the results I want. And now I'm kind of trying to find that in between how little and how much I can possibly tolerate while still hitting all my goals, you know, or at least prioritizing some over others at the right times. But whew, that was a little long-winded right there. I don't know. Can't tell what the time says on the camera. It's probably a solid 10-minute rant there. But I'm already freaking feeling pretty recovered for this next set. But I'm probably gonna just do a quick cut. I'm gonna just cut to when my gear's all equipped and stuff. So I'll check back with you guys when I'm ready for the next set here, the final set of mill press. Okay, last set here, third set. Let's save a little bit of pre though for the dumbbell bench press after this. All right. Come on, can we get 8 reps? 3 sets in a row. Let's go. Lucky 8s. Yeah, buddy, come on, some lightweight. I don't know if I ever saw Ronnie Coleman do mill press though, but I'm sure he did it. Probably repping out fucking hundo 50s. One. First one's always the hardest. Two more. Two. Come on. Come on. Let's go, baby. Crash landing. Okay. Good set. Whew. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that we got a 3x8. That's surprising in itself. But to be fair, I mean, you know, if something becomes a 10 rep max for you, then 5 pounds heavier realistically should be around probably a 7 or 8 rep max, and not like a 5 or 6. It could also be because I've hit these weights before. Like, it's not like it's a lifetime PR. You know, maybe it'll get more difficult and it'll go down to being like a 6 rep every time on the jump when I start getting into the lifetime PR range. But that's also what excites me about this training style, or this, what you call it, rep scheme, progression scheme, is the fact that on certain lifts, like some lifts I just really never really figured out how to progressive overload, and I would just kind of bro science it with, you know, trying to go harder than last time. That's pretty much it. Like on, you know, on certain like arm movements, like curls, certain tricep movements. But now, like, it's almost like I've got like a noob gain phase again, where I'm basically able to add weight like every week to every other week on most of these lifts, because I'm just getting stronger on the progression so quickly, and it's basically surpassing my maxes in terms of like if I progressive overload this mill press for like 2 more months, I'll be repping out what used to be like a max, you know. Like, I'll be at probably repping out 80-pound dumbbells for sets of 6 to 8 or so within like the next month or two, you know, like realistically. Whereas 75 pounds for 10 is the highest top set I've ever hit on dumbbell mill press. And on regular barbell mill press, it's only 155 pounds for 8. And my 1 rep max is 185 for 1. That's redundant. My 1 rep max is 185 for 1. No shit. But, sorry, a little winded after the set still, you know. But yeah, I get that nice college soccer cardio, so I don't exactly get too winded during the set. My muscles definitely are feeling the burn still. You get these elbow sleeves off. But yeah, it's just kind of exciting. That's another reason why I'm finding myself able to stick with this progression scheme a lot more. Although the only thing that I need to figure out a little bit is on the lifts that I really care about 1 rep maxing, aka bench press. You know, I don't really care about 1 rep maxing like dumbbell mill press, but if I'm repping 80s, then I'm feeling pretty good about myself, to be honest. So, I don't really care about the 1 rep max at that point. I'm fucking, you know, I'll repping hundos eventually. Who cares at that point? But I guess I'm becoming a bodybuilder, honestly, if I'm starting to say the weight doesn't matter. Damn, am I becoming a bodybuilder? Damn, I might have consumed a little too much bodybuilder content this summer. The summer cut just... No, here's what's going to happen. Winter's going to come in a few months here. I'm going to gain a few pounds. I'm going to lose some striations in the vein on my arm, the one bicep vein I have, and the abs won't look so good. And then I'm going to be like, you know what? Screw bodybuilding. I'm a powerlifter. I'm just going to 1 rep max every week with all this extra fucking weight I got on me. And honestly, that's probably just how it's going to be every year, every cycle. But to be fair, it's actually been working that way pretty good, because not only do I get stronger on all my lifts, so that basically like last year's like winter bulk 1 rep max becomes the next summer's reppable weights. And then that next winter I hit more of lifetime PRs when I bulk up. And then back in the summer again, I'm now basically able to rep the previous year's winter PRs, in my bodybuilding phase for the summer, and you just can't help it when the seasons change, like you just inherently are going to burn less calories and be in like this, like, natural hibernation state when the winter comes around and it's just so much more cool temperatured outside, and there's less opportunities to play sports and do cardio activities because of the snow and the ice and all that. But then in the summer, when it's so hot all day and you can't even take enough clothes off without, becoming a felon or a criminal, in most places, in most cases, you basically just have to sweat and suck it up. And you burn a lot more calories trying to overcome the heat, which basically just forces you to be in a deficit, basically be on a cut. So I didn't even change my diet that much. I just sweat off a ton of weight, which is probably just a blessing of me still being young and having a higher metabolism. But either way, we're not going to question it too much. I looked pretty good this summer, and I definitely leaned into the bodybuilding for a while. But to be fair, I did kind of learn something, that bodybuilders can be strong too, because I'm just doing this very basic 3x6 to 10, and I'm getting pretty damn strong. Like the weight that I'm moving is impressive to me compared to the weights I used to move, and that's all I'm trying to do, is be a better version of myself. I can't compare myself to the pros, the people on gear, the people who've been lifting for many years longer than me. There's no point, because I just got to put in my time. That's pretty much it. But anyways, another long-winded post-set rant there. And you'll probably get many more throughout the rest of this workout gym vlog. But next up, I'll probably just show you my top sets from here on for the rest of the workout. We're going to hit dumbbell bench press up next, so I'm going to warm up for that. Top set's going to be, I believe, 90 pounds. Try and get 8 to 10 is the plan, or 8 to 12 or whatever. I think we're trying to go for a set of 12. Well, 8 to 12. 8 to 12. 8 to 12. So, all right. I'll be back once I'm warmed up for that, people. See you in a sec. Oh, now I'll see you in a sec. All right. Let's go. 90-pound dumbbells, 90-pound dumbbell bench press. Woo. Just finished the 3. Let's go. We're going for 8 to 12. Seven. Come on, one more. Oh yeah. Oh. That was a good set. Oh. I bet it looked ugly though. I bet it looked ugly. Whew. That is the tough part sometimes about trying to do a double press day. Is sometimes the fatigue from the first press carries into the second one, or almost always, every time it does, because there's no way the first press that you go hard on isn't going to affect the second press that you want to go hard on. So let me get these wraps off real quick before my arms turn purple. But yeah, that was our top set of flat dumbbell bench, and here's how I've been kind of doing my accessory progression schemes lately, and some main lifts depending. I'm basically, instead of doing a 3x10 or a 3x6 to 10 or a 3x8 to 12 to get, 3 sets and a lot of volume. Because that kind of takes a while because you need to do like 1 or 2 warm-up sets just to build up to that 3-set weight, that 3-set working weight. So rather than do that, I came up with a good way to I came up with a way to progressive overload, but with just the one top set. So just reduce the 3x10 to not 3x10, the 3x8 to 12 to a 1x8 to 12. And once I'm able to get 12 reps on this weight, 90-pound dumbbells, then we work our way up to the 95s. And we go back down, probably doing 6 to 8 reps, work our way all the way up to 12. Would be the goal, ideally, while we're still progressive overloading the mill press with the 3 sets. And I do this because I was just finding that I was getting obsessed with a 3x10 and trying to do it on everything, or a 3x8 to 12, or a 3x6 to 10, whatever, either one. I was kind of doing that on everything, and it was making the workouts take too long because I couldn't spend the time warming up and doing like 5 sets per thing. I had to just cut it down, and this is only about 4 sets, or 3 sets for most accessories, because the first set basically a warm-up set, but it's lightweight, and I just do a shit ton of reps to get like a crazy pump in to warm up that muscle for isolation. So I'm trying to really, activate the mind-muscle connection, like the rear delt flies I'm going to do in a second. The first set's going to be super light. I'm probably going to get like 30 to 40 reps, but it's kind of what you need to do on a muscle like that, I feel like, So anyways, this was our second heavy main pressing movement of the day. Now we're going to move into the fun pump stuff, which is, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do a crazy delt circuit where I start with Jay Cutler style cable rear delt flies. Then we're going to jump into dumbbell side delt flies, then dumbbell front delt raises. So every part of the delt getting hit. We're going from back side to front. And then after that, we're going to end with traps, abs, and neck. So kind of a weird circuit there, but I have kind of 2 focuses right now that I'm trying to figure a way to hit twice a week. Obviously, chest gets hit twice a week. We're not just going to hit one bench day and call it there. We hit this kind of bench too as a secondary. But the main focal points right now, or focus points, that we're trying to really hit twice a week with overload is shoulders, all parts of the delt, and traps. So I'm trying to hit traps on back day, and I'm also hitting traps on this shoulder day here. And then we're also going to hit shoulder accessory today, which makes sense, it's a shoulder day. And we also hit the same shoulder circuit on my chest day earlier in the week. So we went chest, did some fly, some cable flies, some incline dumbbell, and then we moved into the same shoulder circuit I just told you. We're probably going to do some slight different variations to it. So yeah, that'll be that. But let me get that set up, and I'll cut and show you guys that up next. This was the dumbbell bench. So we're done pressing for today. Okay. We got rear delts up here. Yep, this is our 3rd set, top set. We got 20 pounds on each side of the cable. Yeah, buddy. 7, 8, 9, 10. It's got 15. Let's crank some partials. 19, 20. Oh yeah. All right. That's it for the rear delt portion of this accessory set. Let me readjust the camera here. Do that. All right. And up next in this superset, side delts. All right. Let's go. We're doing a little bit of chest support too, so we can just let the arms dangle. Cranking 25s, by the way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15. Oh. Did some partials. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right, I like to crank out a few partials after most of my, pretty much all my delt flies, really. Whew. Third movement in the superset, though. I am going to move the bench out of the way a little bit here. And just clear that. Let's get this out the way. And grab the 20s. Whew. Let me do this. All right. The 20s. Oh, let me just adjust the camera a tiny bit. All right, now we're doing front delt raises. Worked our way from front to back, or back to front. Let's go. Boom. Boom. Yeah, buddy. All right. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. 10, 10. Let's do 5 more each side. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, just some partials together. Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Oh yeah. Boom! How are the delts looking? Are they looking juicy? Freaking juicy delt pump. Oh, buddy. Juicy rear delt. Damn. Not bad. Other side? Usually doesn't look as aesthetic because of the tattoo, but that's alright because the tattoo's cool as fuck. Boom. Okay. Enough of that. Whew. Yeah, that's the delt circuit. Kind of came up with that one as a bit of a hybrid between some of the conflicting information I've been hearing lately about delt training. That's what most of my fitness research has been focused on lately, is learning how to grow the delts. And I basically see 2 schools of thought. Those that say you don't need to press to build big delts, aka no mill press needed, and those who say you do. Now, obviously, I think you need a compound movement of some sort to help make everything bigger, realistically. Delts are no different. So the main compound delt movement is the mill press. Standing mill press, seated mill press, dumbbell, barbell, doesn't matter. Any kind of mill press. Could be a log press even. You know, that's still a mill press, for the most part. But either way, there's also people who say you don't need any kind of overhead press work. You can just do your side flies, your front raises, and your rear delt flies. And those people also have really big shoulders. Some are natural, some are enhanced. Some are pro bodybuilders. So my idea is, why not do both? Because, I mean, I don't particularly think mill press builds side delt musculature, this chunk right up here that you're seeing, but I think it builds a lot of front delt. Same with bench press. I think it builds a lot of front delt, but I also still feel like it's not enough front delt. So I've been doing front delt raises now. I do front delt raises now because I'm done believing the people who say, oh, your front delts are way overtrained. I think they're actually undertrained because you know what doesn't get sore when I bench press heavy? My front delt. You know what gets sore? My chest and my triceps. So, and same, even on overhead mill press, my delts don't even get that sore. Mostly my triceps get sore. So it's like, maybe that's why people say you don't need mill press to build big delts, because maybe it doesn't isolate them that well. I don't know. But either way, you can go heavy on them. So that's a good reason to do them as well, because you can get stronger. And if you get stronger, you're probably getting bigger too. So, but I also think most of my side delt size here has come from my constant spamming of side delt raises with dumbbells. I've been actually overloading that movement the past few months, and I've gone from being like a consistent 20-pound, 15 to 20-pound dumbbell repper for like my 10 to 15 to 20 rep sets, to now I can crank out sets of 8 to 12 to 15 to 20 with 25s and 30s even, so we're actually getting stronger on the side delt raises, which I also think has helped round out my upper physique here, because when I was kind of just in a big power lifter, squat bench deadlift phase, I had like no arm training and no delt training going, so I just became really boxy in the torso, and I had really scrawny noodle arms. But now I think I've done a really good job over the past year and a half, of bringing the delts up to speed and delts up to size, and same with the biceps and triceps, bringing them all up to size with the rest of the body. They still got a ways to go. They're not quite there compared to the torso yet, but still, it's significant improvement compared to where we're at. So I'm just going to spam both. I'm going to do heavy pressing, and I'm going to do accessory, side flies, front raises, cable rear delt flies. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, we got one more circuit of movement to get through, which is abs, neck, and traps. So I'm going to set that up. We're going to go in the order of, actually the reverse of that. We're going to go traps, abs, neck. So we're going to start with traps, because it's the heaviest movement. We're going to do barbell shrugs. Then we're going to superset it with abs. And then we're going to superset that with some banded neck pulls. So yeah, get ready for that, people. I'll be showing you that in just a second here. All right, we're here, people. We're here for it. Last set, going barbell trap shrugs, ab wheel rollouts, and banded neck pulls. So double neck work on the menu, plus a side of abs. Let's go. Got a 165-pound bar here. Let's shrug her up. Boom. Oops. Boom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. Okay. Whew. So we did 12 strict ones there, which means we're going to add 5 pounds next week to this lift. And then, see how many we can do. Plus we threw in about 8 power shrugs, so that we kind of, used a little bit of body English to heave up, but still got the squeeze at the top on the trap. So a little bit of overload there. Actually pretty windy from that one. But either way, we still got a superset abs up next here. So let me get you guys the camera angle for that. And check this out. This should work. All right. Yeah, this is the last set, by the way, people. I've already done 2 sets of this circuit. This is set number 3. All right. I'll adjust that camera. Let me adjust that. A tiny bit. Tiny bit. Perfect. Hopefully. Okay. All right. We start here. I got my easy curl bar here, but I throw some plates on the end, and now we got ourselves an ab wheel with a better grip. Four, five, six, seven, eight, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's the last one of those. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that is good shit for the abs. That stuff gets you sore. I'm going to be struggling to roll out of bed tomorrow. Absolutely struggling. Whew. All right. Take a quick second here. Catch your breath a tiny bit, but then we're jumping right into our last set, and I'm going to outro this video. So, yeah. Last thing here. A little bit of a unique exercise. Some of you may have never seen before, especially if you're new to neck training, which I am. It kind of just clicked to me that, you know, the the tissue around your head that supports your head and lets you look left, right, up and down and all around, those are muscles apparently, which sounds obvious when you say it like that, but who thinks to train their neck? And now that I've been training my neck, not only am I going to get a gigantic horse neck as I'm building my neck and my traps, like I've also found that playing video games and doing homework and being all like hunched up like this or hunched over typing like this is actually better. Like it feels more comfortable now that I'm training neck. Like I'm getting blood flowing to that area, and it actually just feels better. You know, less like stiffness and less like pins and needly feeling after you're sitting there, you know, playing games for too long or something, sitting in a weird position that you shouldn't be with bad posture. Like neck training just has several benefits besides the fact that you're going to get a thick ass horse neck. So, but either way, yeah, we're strengthening the neck. That's a new thing. We're doing it with traps. And even just throughout this workout, I've already reconfigured how I'm going to rearrange my split for next week to try and better optimize things because I way overdid it this week and I almost cost myself dearly, honestly, and almost pulled like both my hamstrings because I did RDLs the same day, also right before I had a soccer game because I just figured like, well, if I can't get leg training in the day after or the day before soccer, maybe if I just do it the same way and just push the same day and push through, I can just deal with it and then deal with the crazy soreness the next day or two. But in reality, all that did was make it so I played extra fatigued in my legs that night. And by the end of the session, the last like 15, 20 minutes, my hamstrings are cramping up to the point where I couldn't kick the ball anymore or even run properly. And I had to just sit out and sub myself out, which is very embarrassing. So, but also what's more embarrassing, at least to me, you know, no one's really going to know about this except for the people on the videos, which, you know, not too many people watching these yet, but eventually people might watch these videos and they'll realize, damn, this guy benches more than he squats and deadlifts. No, we're not going to let that happen. We're not going to become so strong on our bench that we outdo our squat and deadlift, even though we're having trouble finding time to train the legs with all the sports and other activities we're doing with the lower body. But that's the tough part, people. That's part of the balance bro ideology, is figuring out how to balance it. So I think I found a way, and I've said that before, so I could be wrong again, but that's okay, because we keep coming up with new ways to try and add our leg training in so that we can still get a strong, well-developed lower body and upper body while still being able to enjoy recreational sports. But let's go. Neck work. Go for about 30 reps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 17, 19, 20. Oh, all right. Whew. That's it for the workout today. It's the last set of everything. Nothing else on the menu. Probably took about, time did I get started here? I think I got started around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and it's probably around like 10 o'clock now. So just a typical 2 hour, 15-minute workout. Maybe 2.5 at most. But I took a few extra breaks. I had to do some other stuff because, like I said, big storm today, so I had to go deal with some other crap in between some sets. So little oddball day, but not like I can really do much else anyways. So it didn't really matter if this workout took a little bit of time because there's no Wi-Fi, no cable. So I'm basically just gonna turn off the camera and go, stare off into darkness to save and conserve energy in the house and not strain the generator. So yeah, I got a lot of fun in my evening to go attend to. Sounds great, staring into the dark, pitch black void. But yeah, good shoulder training at least. At least we have that to reminisce on as we, you know, enjoy the dark abyss. But that's gonna do it for today, people. Great shoulder workout, a little bit of chest in there. Still have not perfected our split yet, but we honestly may never perfect it. The idea of the perfect split probably doesn't exist. Honestly, it's probably just finding whatever fits your current schedule, and that's semi-perfect until your schedule changes, and then it's now imperfect. And things are always going to change, and you'll always need to evolve and adapt. But that's okay, because that's kind of part of the fun of the process and the journey is the adaptability and the evolution, so that you kind of go through along the way as you evolve. But I'm gonna pass out one of these days, just talking way too long without without taking a break to breathe and compose myself and reoxygenate. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a really funny but probably embarrassing video that I may post and may not. Who knows? We'll see. You'll either see it one day or you won't. But anyways, that is definitely going to do it for today. We're calling it there. This is the outro. We're done. Goodbye. It's been your boy Pete from PFM Fit. Check you guys in the next video. And check out my most recent ab video if you're looking at how I train abs and how you can get abs. So yeah, peace everybody. See ya.